Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So, um, episode 5. So I think like at the end of episode 4, I think because I like kind of clicked off. But when I started the damn episode, right before they leave off from the last episode, DJ Khaled comes in and I'm just like, what do you want, Khaled? So he comes in, he talks about collaboration. Like, I'm going to be real with y'all. The first thing that I said when DJ Khaled came on here is like, and I see his face, I was like, I was looking behind him because I'm like, where's Assad? Like, I don't want to deal with DJ Khaled unless Assad is attached to him. Like, unless I see Assad or their other baby, not really here for it as far as I'm concerned. And then to find out that this is a kids challenge later and you don't bring Assad, how dare you? That's the hardest way. Assad has been working since he came out of the vagina. That is the hardest working baby in show business next to Blue Ivy Carter, and you wouldn't bring him. But you want to come up here to say, because it's about collabing pretty much. Like, oh, you know, you guys got to collab, you got to collab. He didn't even really, there was no point. I think maybe he would just so happen to be in the neighborhood and then was like, hey, Offset, what you doing? And Offset was like, oh, I'm shooting a hype. You want to come real fast and say something and then we can go get some dinner? That's what because otherwise, where was Assad? Okay, I'm over it. So, again, this is a collab challenge pretty much, and they're gonna work in teams for this. So because Khan won the last one, he gets to pick the team. So he picked Knox. He got Alex and Brian that are together, and then Sierra and Barth are together. So then we have Offset kids come. Okay, oh my gosh, all of his kids to me so damn beautiful. Okay, Culture looks so much like Hennessy. It's ridiculous. She looks just like, I always wonder, I say all the time, bruh, how can you look at your daughter and it be your sister? Like, what was Offset and Hennessy doing? Like, she looks just, it's ridiculous to me. But anyway, all of the kids are freaking dope. And wait, which one is the little boy's name? Cody? I be seeing him on Offset's Instagram all the time, and he be rapping and stuff like that. That is Offset's twin. Do you hear me? His twin. Adorable, 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 adorable. So they pretty much come in or whatever, and the challenge is to style them, to style the kids to match them to Offset's outfit. Now, Offset has like this, it's like this all brownish, tannish kind of jumpsuit type of situation. So he's like, I just want y'all to pretty much give me something that's gonna kind of like complement that, so we can, like, you know, look together cute as a unit. So Khan and Knox have Kalia. Alex and Brian have Jordan, which is Offset's oldest, and then Sierra and Barth has Cody. And then Culture, they said, already has an outfit. I said, you want to know why? Because Cardi don't play that shit. She already had her baby shit picked out. She already did. I could feel it. I could feel it. So then we go to day 1. So, okay. We have Brian and Alexander working together. Now, this is an interesting pair. Honestly, anybody that works with Alexander is going to be interesting because he has a very out there aesthetic compared to a lot of other people. I think Brian and Khan would have worked really well together. Like, I thought that's who Khan would have picked because I feel like their aesthetic is pretty similar. Like, not similar, it's pretty similar. Like to me, it's same enough that I feel like they would have been able to create something good, if that makes any sense. But anyway, so Brian pretty much said, in the nicest way possible, but actually not really the nicest way, because Brian was actually being a dick this entire episode. Pretty much was like in his confessional, like, look, at the end of the day, we are not about to be doing all of that tacky shit that Alexander be doing. We're not gonna do all of that. And I can understand to a degree being a little nervous, like I said, going in with him, but it just felt like off top, Brian wasn't like willing to hear anything that Alexander had to say because he already feels like his aesthetic is kind of like a little different and a little out there. Oh, also, before we got into the challenge, they asked, Speedy asked all of the contestants, do you guys have any questions? Nobody said anything. Speedy had asked the kids, like, what's your favorite color? And I think everybody said blue. And so after that, then Speedy was like, do you guys have any questions? And nobody asked any questions, which is important for later. So Knox is talking to Con and pretty much was like, it needs to be girly, but it needs to be like something that Offset will also wear at the same time. Like it needs to be like, what's that word I'm looking for? Uniform, binary uniform, whatever, same shit. So Barth is funny as hell. Barth gonna say, this is really difficult for me, because I don't have no kids. All I know is I go throw the ball and they go get it. I said, not a dog. Not a dog. Not a dog. But no, I was gonna say I'm very much so that aunt, but I'm cool with kids, but you gotta take them home though. And the minute that they start crying more than like 5 minutes, they gotta go. So yeah, I understand. So then we had there's this thing this entire episode where Alex and Brian are going back and forth about whether or not they should add blue. Now, Alex feels like we should incorporate some type of blue in there because the kids said that they like blue. But Brian feels like they shouldn't because it's going to completely throw off the color palette trying to match Offset. Now, my thing is, which Knox and Con show, there's a way to incorporate color and still make sure that it's like cohesive. Matching, and just like Offset end up saying later, like when I say like match or complement, I don't necessarily mean that everything has to be the same color. Like matching doesn't always mean like black on black. Sometimes it's I don't know, black and pink, but you have on black and rose. I don't know, but it doesn't always have to be the same color across the board. There was a way to do that. And what I didn't like mostly about this episode in general, I don't want to say I didn't like, but Brian said, well, he's 12 years old. When I was 12, I liked this one day and I liked something else the other day. The biggest thing that I noticed in this episode, but it's not just like a them thing, it's like what a lot of people do in general. Most people forget what it's like. For some reason, as they get older, they tend to forget what it was like to be a kid. When you're 12 years old, you're in what? 6th or 7th grade? So can you go back and remember 6th and 7th grade? Did you know what your favorite color was? You damn sure Skippy did. You was in 6th grade. So it just kind of it always bothers me when people feel like kids don't know how to think. Yes, kids very much so can be, can change their mind here and there. But we're talking about a 12-year-old, not a 2-year-old, okay? All of these kids are smart. They have brains. They know what they like and they know what they don't like. Like when I was a kid, I was forced to wear certain things, even though I knew what I liked. Just because it's not what you like doesn't mean that it's not what I like. And I'm pretty sure that those kids are very more than well spoken enough to express how they feel. So that kind of bothered me throughout this whole thing. It just feel like everybody felt like, oh, well, they're kids and they're not going to really know, or they're not going to really care their children. And it's like, no, kids can think, they have brains, they're smart. Offset children, they're smart, obviously. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so Knox and Con, they're still working on their stuff, and they're pretty much thinking about doing like this patch job and doing like a crop denim jacket or whatever, which great idea. So then we go to day 2, and pretty much this is after they send in the tech pack, because I don't know if I said that before. Yeah, I did. I said that in the first episode, that they don't necessarily sew everything. They get everything together in the tech pack, send it out, and then they come back the next day. So when they come back the next day, Brian really likes it. Like, he's super, super hyped. He's like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And Alex is just like, I mean, it's what we did, I guess. And he was like, it don't got no soul in it. It don't got no soul, And, I know sometimes people like to go pop, but, and I know pop is cool for some people, but I'm not pop. Yeah, you like alternative, like rock or something. Like, you're something like around that. Or you like that, or that alternative hip hop rock stuff that be going on now. I don't know the name of it, but it's like some new little art form that y'all got going on. That's what you are. So, I thought that the jacket was dope though. So, what else? Yeah, so Alexander was just really upset about it. Now, when I looked at the jacket, like before, like the kids actually put it on, I did like it, but I also felt like, maybe they could have did something else. And I'm looking at it like they definitely could have incorporated a blue somewhere in here. I don't know exactly where, but that brown that they used and that blue could absolutely go together. For sure, for sure. So, then we go over to Con and Knox, and they're looking over their stuff, and there was a mistake that was made, but the mistake that they made, I mean, that was made, was like actually helped it, and it made it like pop and look a whole lot better. And like I said, so that for theirs, they had blue within it too. I think they had blue like in the collar. Then they had some patches that were blue, and it's like, yes, you see how you can incorporate what the client is asking for and still kind of stick to a little bit of your aesthetic, and then still also bringing in, like, it's possible if you actually know what you're doing. So, and being collaborative more than anything. So Offset comes around, right, to come and talk to everybody to see how everything is doing, right? So when he goes to Con and Knox, he pretty much tells them that, like, I think he said the pants were like a little bit too big. He said too big, too big, too big. And that's all he said, and walked away. And it was like, okay, cool, we're going to fix that. So then, baby, this part right here was hilarious for so many reasons. So he goes over to Alex and Brian, right? So they show him the jacket, right? And they show him, okay, he's like, all right, you know, it's cool or whatever. So they show him the inside part, you know, like where the tag is. And I think the tag said brother of 3. And Offset said, no, that's wrong. It's brother. He said, no, brother of 4. And they was like, no, brother of 3. And he said, no, 4. And so they stopped, and what they thought is, they was like, no, you don't understand. We're not saying that there's 3 children. We're saying that he's the brother of 3 other children. And Offset is like, and I'm telling you, he's not. He's the brother of 4, which he is, because yes, he has the kids that was there with him. So, you know, him and Cardi have culture together, which was at that time, not at that time, but was his youngest. And then Cardi got pregnant again, and then they had their boy. Now, Cardi just recently, not that long ago, showed their son, but Cardi had another kid, like, earlier, like this year or something like that. So I don't understand how they didn't see that in their research, because when he was saying it, they're like, wait, what? Because no, look, we checked it yesterday. And he was like, you think I'm going to lie about how many kids I have? It's like, bruh, how can you say to this man, what do you mean you don't? No, that's wrong, because we checked the internet yesterday, bruh. I am the father. I'm telling you, I have more kids than that. That was hilarious to me for so many reasons. So then he went and he saw Barth and Sierra, and pretty much told them, like, as soon as he seen it, because it was a jumpsuit, he was like, he don't like one pieces. He don't like one pieces. And they was like, what? He don't like jumpsuits? And so he was like, you didn't ask anything. If y'all would have asked questions, I would have been able to tell you. And that's the thing. Nobody asked anything. So they pretty much said that they're going to go ahead and they're going to cut the, cut the jumpsuit. There we go. They're going to cut the jumpsuit. And also on last year there was a challenge too, where they was collaborating with somebody, and they said, you didn't ask any questions. What is wrong with y'all? Like, I understand that, like, you might not be able to think of anything on the spot, but like Marty ended up saying, lady, there are other questions that you can ask that are just like general. So then we go back to Alex and Brian, and again, they're going back and forth again, and Alex is really trying to push him, being like, I really think we need to incorporate the blue. They said that they like blue. And Brian is just being really sassy as fuck, honestly, and being an asshole for no reason. Like, no, we're not going to do it. And Alex is just like, you know, okay, that's fine. And it's like, next time, Alex, don't do that. Curse that man the fuck out. If y'all got to go back and forth, y'all got to go back and forth. But fight for your right to party. Yes, sir. So before I even saw the drops, when I was just looking just from what they had, I already liked Knox and Con stuff. I already thought that they had the best stuff from what I saw. So then it's time for the drop. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not going to even hold you. When they first all came out, like, together, when Offset came out with all his kids, I literally yelled, and I have it all caps on, like, it's like all caps for this part. I was like, you better fucking step. Jordan looked like money. Now, we're gonna get to the details of the outfit, but I'm telling you, on initial look, when they first stepped out, I said, Jordan, you better fucking step out. And I know that's a child, so I apologize, but you better step. it was giving wealth. It was giving, I have a trust fund. It was giving very much so black. It was giving Atlanta rich. It was definitely giving Atlanta rich, but like Atlanta rich, like I really got a trust fund. Like we really do this for real. It was the glasses for me. It was the bag for me. It was the jacket. It was the, I'm talking about from initial step out. That's how I felt. Like when they first all came out. We'll get to the individual shit as we get there. So then I think Jordan went first. And so his jacket, it ended up being a reversible jacket, which I thought was pretty dope. And so when we get into the details of a little bit more, pretty much everything that Jordan said about it, I agreed with. So they pretty much asked Jordan, you know, like, did you like it or did you not like it? And he said that he liked the outfit. The only thing he didn't like about the outfit is that it was like the neck part was cut really weird. Like it was cut like low and like wide across. And when I seen it up close, I did not like it either. And then also the pants was way too short. It was cut like a little bit. It was like high waters pretty much. And it didn't have any blue in it, but he didn't say that it didn't have any blue. They asked him like, did he ask for something or was there, did he have a favorite color? And he said blue. And then he said, then it was like, oh, okay, well, we don't see any blue in it. He was like, yeah, I don't see any either. But he really didn't complain about the blue is what I noticed. They asked him, they was like, would you wear this outfit like any other time? And he said, yeah, I would just change this part in the pants. But if those two parts would change, I would wear the outfit. And I would have to agree. I thought the outfit was fire. I'm sorry. I know it didn't have blue, but the outfit was fire to me. Then we have Khan and Knox, and they did Kalia stuff. Oh my gosh. First of all, that little girl is so damn cute. All she wants for Christmas is her two front teeth. She's adorable. I don't know what relationship Offset has with the other mother of his children, like, but it must be something that's like very much so respectful. Because one thing I can say I've never really heard before, I've never heard any of Offset, like the mother of Offset's children, I've never heard any of them really come out and say anything crazy about him. Maybe I don't pay attention enough, but I never have. I don't hear them complaining about nothing. I don't hear them going back and forth with Cardi. None of that. It seems like everything works good over there. But all I have to say, that little girl is so adorable. She's so freaking cute. The jacket is everything. The pants is everything. It's the patchwork for me. It's her name going across it. It's super age appropriate, but it's cute and it's girly enough. Love it. The boots was the boots, y'all. Come on now. The boots. So they pretty much asked Kalia, did she like it? And she says she loves it, especially the jeans. And she said, but the thing about this though is, and I was like, oh, what's the bad thing? She said, I would only wear it on a special day, like my birthday or something. And I was like, oh, y'all got a winner. Because as a kid, we all know your birthday outfit, that's the one. And remember, we talking about a girl who wear the top of the top luxury stuff. That's why I be saying kids don't really be caring about that stuff. They just want something that looks cute to them, you know? So they did an amazing job. And obviously, like, the judges really based it off of what the kids said, which I appreciate. Like, they took their own stuff into consideration, but they mostly based it off of what the kids said. And then we had Barth and Sierra. And when I first saw it, I was like, I mean, it's all right. I've seen better. Cody is a really Offset's twin. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. And so as soon as he came over, Marty and him was like, do you like it? He said, no, sure don't. I hate it. I actually really hate it. Very much so. Like, I love kids. They're so blunt to the point. They don't care. And so they was like, Marnie was like, you know, did anybody ask you something? Because she kept saying like, well, you know, that they add in this, that they add in that. And he was just like kind of quiet. You could tell he's a little bit confused. But they was like, because what it got down to was that nobody asked him anything. So when they kept saying like, did they do this? Did they do that? He was just kind of sitting there. And then they was like, wait, hold on. Did somebody even ask you anything? And he said, no. And they was like, you didn't ask anything? But nobody did, to be fair. Nobody did. But he pretty much said he hated it and he would never wear it. And I have in here again, y'all swear up and down that kids don't know how to think for themselves. So, all of the judges get together, and Offset said there ain't even no point in going with the back and forth. Khan and Knox won, and I said thank you. Let's just get it out the way. Let's see. Then he brought up Alex and Brian, and pretty much was like, I didn't see any blue in anything, and that's what he kind of asked for, and said that he liked. And Brian explained, the whole thing about, well, I wanted it to kind of match to you. And like Offset said, he was like, honestly, I find it corny. Like, if my whole family step out and we have on the exact same outfit, I find that shit corny. I agree. So he was like, there was something else that you could have did. And he specifically said, why didn't you do like a blue flame or something? And that's specifically what Alex had said when they were sitting at the sewing machine, and he said, let's add something blue. He did say, maybe we can even do a blue flame. And he said, well, I did say a blue flame. And he said, well, why didn't you? He was like, well, he didn't really want to do it. It's like, you got to stand up for yourself. This always happens during group challenges. You have somebody that's a little bit overbearing, another person who don't want to like really shake the table, but you got to shake the table. Otherwise people are going to just roll over you and do whatever it is, that they want to do. And Beffy pretty much talked about how she sees the cockiness in Brian. And I'm like, yeah, because you can tell it's the way that he talked. It's the way that he present himself. Like when they was giving him critique, it was just very much so like, well. And it's like, calm it the hell down. Calm it down a little bit. Just calm it down. If you was really all of that, you wouldn't need to be here. You would be them. You would be Offset. You would be Marty. You would be Beffy. So bring it down, okay? So then we have Barth and Sierra, and pretty much it was like y'all didn't ask any questions and there was no youthfulness to it. I ain't gonna lie, definitely looked like he been working on the railroad all the live long day in that outfit. Sure did. So then Marty pretty much asked everybody why should they stay. Barth pretty much said, that he feels like he just needs like their guidance, but he feels like he can take an idea and bring it to fruition in a way that other people can't. And Sierra didn't say why she should stay. She just said, I don't want to go home. I don't want to have to start over again while crying. And I got in my notes, that's not good, girl. That's not a reason of saying why you should like stay. It's because you're afraid to go back home and start over. That you might have to do that. That's very possible. But that can't be a reason that you stay. So the judges pretty much are talking, and they all agree that Brian is way too damn cocky, which I agree. You could tell that they got a soft spot for Barth. They really, really like Barth. And because they was like, I mean, he has been in the bottom like 4 times, but he's growing though. They pretty much said when it comes to Sierra, that Sierra has not really been putting her best foot forward. Like her really, really dope stuff is stuff on her rack, not stuff she showed. I would have to disagree because like I said, that on episode 4, that outfit was everything. It was everything. But I guess maybe in the totality of things, I can see what they mean. So then they pretty much come down and pretty much say that unfortunately Sierra is the one that is going home. But Marnie was like, I know you said that you feel like you got to start over, but like apparently Sierra made something that Cardi wore, which I didn't know, which, girl, what? Like she said, she was like, I seen Cardi in your whatever outfit, and I was like, oh my gosh, so don't think you're not going to make it anywhere. And it's like, girl, if Cardi can wear your stuff and found you, girl, you'll be just fine. Bitch, hit me. Excuse my language, girl. I'm serious about that last episode. I'm not going to let it go. Until I get a message about how I can get that outfit from episode 4, I'm going to bring it up from now until I'm done reviewing the show. Get me that outfit. I'm literally willing to pay the balloons for it. Thank you. Give them comments. I'm out. Y'all bye.